guys, welcome back for another vlog for Freedom Friday. As you can see, I am grabbing me a biscuit today. I woke up in such a pleasant mood. I am motivated. I'm ready to get started with today. It has been a long week and I can't wait to share with you guys the details. But let me get this food and get back on the road. I'm heading to a meeting that I have for my contract. We meet every 2 weeks just to kind of review our cases and things like that, because we don't work from the office, we work from home. We're our own business owners, so we have to like come together at some point. But that's at 10, so I will see you guys after that meeting, and can't wait to check in with you. Hey guys, so it has been an amazing, incredible day. It is not even like, it's only like 2 something. I just left, well, just had a meeting, then I had a supervision meeting for my license, and then I had a meeting with my banker. I just left my banker, and we're getting some things together. I'm just so excited. But anyway, let me get in this car and get settled in, and I will return. Hey guys, welcome back. So I am in Starbucks right now and working on some notes and handling some other business. But y'all, in a matter of like just a couple hours, so much has changed already today. Like, I can't wait. I got so much stuff that you guys on. Like, just bear with me. All right, so today, let me see. First, where do I want to start? I'm sorry, I'm like overwhelmed. Okay. Okay. So let me see. Let me fast forward to last week, I guess. I want to go to last week, or I don't know. Yeah, last week. Okay, let's go last week. So last week was exciting, but you know, I was very anxious because I was in the process of, you know, going to view homes, which I did, and possibly going under contract to purchase my first home. Now I was very hopeful. I had the money, like everything was good, but it turns out, again, I did tell you guys this, we talked about my last thing. So yeah, so I'm gonna give you an update on what happened. So, you know, I was disappointed, let's be real. Like, if you looked at my video, my vlog, you can tell I was kind of disappointed. I tried to play it off a little bit, but I was very disappointed. But you know, I pretty much had given up. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna have to wait another year. I'm gonna save up, just save more money, just keep building my credit score, and it's what it is. You know, I was trying to get that across to my children. They weren't taking it very well. My daughter was like, oh, it's never gonna happen, we're not gonna get different cows. She's a Pisces, she's very dramatic, so it is what it is. But anyway, you know, I was kind of feeling down too, but I was feeling a bit better about the situation. It's like, whatever, you know, God's plan is better than mine. So anyway, another thing that happened following that, sorry, let me stop that. Another thing that happened following that though was, I ended up submitting, I told you guys about this too. However, I didn't tell you the follow-up. I did tell you last week. Check out Wednesday's video, you'll hear what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So I ended up getting my increase, and basically that looks like I can do 2 sessions and make more than I would make. Well, basically it would normally take me 3 sessions to make what I make in only 2 sessions now. More than that, if that makes sense. So I get to do less work but make more money, if that makes sense. And this is just a bit, like, just medium stage, because I actually have another credential to add, and once I finish that, which will be it's only a matter of submitting paperwork. Once that's finished, then my rate of pay as far as contractor will go up another $15, $20, $30. So just imagine that. Like, I'm not even where I'm going to be financially. Like, and that's an amazing, grateful, amazing, happy feeling to have, just to know, you know. But anyway, so that happened this week. Finally got the email confirming that increase, so it was great. Today, however, I went to a meeting. I had 3 meetings scheduled. I had one that was for the contract. I know we always go to a meeting every other week, and just kind of update on our caseloads and stuff like that. And then the meeting after that was supervision for my license in Georgia. So which is what I was telling you about. Once I add that, then my income will go up again. And then the third one was to go to the bank to look at the software they offer on my bank account, my business account, and so that I can streamline everything. So once I start selling my products again, my book and all that stuff, it'll all go into my account, but I can do invoices, merchant services, just streamline everything, so everything will just be like literally one click. I can send money, pay payrolls, pay myself, everything just be so streamlined. So I had a meeting with the banker for that. So we have another meeting coming up in April, so we can get all that set up. It was kind of like very brief today because of when everything will actually start. And so anyway, so that was good. And the great thing that came from that meeting though with my banker is that she said, you know, since I met you, I've been using what you taught me just from our first meeting, which was like to use positive affirmations and to speak whatever you want into existence. You said that, you know, you came in and you said you wanted your Mercedes and you got it. And, you know, you said you wanted to get your house and all that kind of stuff. Like, and she was like, I did that and I ended up getting a $20,000 bonus. I was like, are you serious? She's like, yeah. She was like, I have to thank you for that because once I talked to you and you told me all that, I started doing that. And now this is what happened. I was like, wow, that's so awesome. So mind you, I didn't even know anything that was about to happen for me until I stepped out of there. And at that point I was like, okay, I'm gonna go do my clinical notes for the day and just go home and relax, because I said I was not gonna work on weekends, but this is like the weekend. This is like the week. I hate how loud this shit is. This is the week of like transition. So at the end of last week, I ended one contract and I started this one just like more just by itself and got the increase. So I guess with all that going on, I wasn't able to finish my notes and all that stuff like I wanted to. Everything was supposed to be done by Wednesday, and yesterday was supposed to be just about writing my book and all that, and then today was supposed to be just about filming. So it's kind of ran over. However, Monday will start a new cycle, and I'll be doing Monday through Thursday. So I'll be adding a day actually, because at the meeting I found out I actually was promoted. I mean, my own company, so I really don't need that title or anything. But I'm the lead substance abuse group facilitator. So that's awesome because that will go on my resume. And if I ever want, like once I'm ready to start supervising people, or maybe I want to take on a consulting gig, whatever, all that's going to look as leadership skills and leadership positions, so that I can negotiate a higher rate as far as my contract. So that's perfect. I wasn't even thinking about anything like that, but now, like, that's another blessing. Got the raise, you know, increased my income for my business now. But the other great thing that came from that was my realtor. He is absolutely awesome. I can't even, like, there's no words to even describe him. I mean, really. First off, he didn't let me give up. Like, as soon as I sent the email that, like, last week, when I was like, yeah, well, I talked to the lender and she was like, I need 2 years of, you know, full-time self-employed income and all that, and I just have to wait. I was like, kind of like left it, like, it was like, oh, okay, so yeah, I'm gonna send you information on these other lenders. And I was like, oh, really? Okay. You know, I'm kind of pretty much giving up here, you know, but he's not letting me, so okay. Now, of course, he has an invested interest, but I can tell he genuinely cares. That he knew. I think he could tell how important this was to me, and this is to me. At the end of the day, anybody who knows me knows how important this is. And if you've been following me for a while, you know how important me buying a home is. But also, one of the things that's why he followed me too, was because I had came with this great idea. I was like, you know what if I ask, because the company I'm contract with, they're starting a day program. So basically, they need somebody to be there Monday through Friday, whatever, right? I was like, you know, if I'm going to be working those kind of hours, which I don't have to do that, but if I'm going to be working those hours, like full-time job, why don't I just ask them to make me an employee? And then, based on the lender, that'll eradicate all the problems, because then I'll have stable income. They won't look at it as like a business, which is more of a risk. Great. I'm losing out on my self-employed status, which is what I worked hard to get to this point. But I want a home. Which one? You know, so it's kind of confused. So that's kind of where I was this week too, in that state of confusion. Like, I don't know. But I told them, I said, well, I'll meet with them Friday. We have a meeting Friday. I'm going to ask her find out if that's possible. So during the meeting, you know, we had a separate meeting for groups, which is starting next week, to start the day program up. They need me as with my credential, my subbies expertise. They need me because the clients have to have substance abuse. Most of them have to have that group, so they need me. And so I was like, you know what? I just have a question. Like, do you think it'd be possible, maybe in the future? Like, are you guys looking at maybe, you know, when you're nervous, you start like, oh, you know, like maybe like, do you think, yeah, you know, because I had already told my lender and the consulting, the sales agent for the home development company. I already told them I'm gonna ask this question, find out on Friday. So I know they're waiting on my response and find out what happened. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope this goes well. I'm still kind of unsure though. Like, do I really want to lose my self-employed status? Like, I worked hard. I don't know. Is it worth it? I don't know. I'm gonna find out. I just got this raise, so I really don't. I don't know. So I asked the question, and she's like, yeah, sure. She's like, that would be fine. She's like, actually, I mean, if someone wanted that today, that's fine. They just have to be willing to work 8 to 5 and show up and be on time and all that. She's like, that would be no problem. I could do that today if you know, if they wanted it. And I would say, oh, okay. Oh my God. So now it's real. Now it's possible it can happen. Okay, what do I want to do? Again, now I'm still back where I was because I'm confused. I don't know if I want to even do this. I literally sent her an email and said, hey, let's negotiate on the salary. Send me an offer, you know, a letter, a statement, so I can send it to the lender, and boom, I can go take this earnest money to this lender. I'll be under contract, and I can close on this house this summer. But do I want to lose my self-employed status? Mind you, I had just increased my rate by $10. So with that being said, like, there's so much, like, literally, I can definitely make over 10 grand a month, easy. And I'm talking about not even working all week, like literally maybe 4 days a week. Easy. And that's not even including money from other sources of income, right? So it's like, do I want to give this up and still having my freedom? Because at the end of the day, like, I can come and go as I choose. I don't have to report to the office or anything.
Anything else?
So as I was leaving out, I talked to my mentor, and he was like, don't do it. He was like, you don't understand like how much earning potential you have. He's like, the fact that you were able to negotiate a $10 increase, he's like, that's unheard of. Like, that don't happen to everybody. He was like, you just made that happen just like that. And he was like, that ain't even the most you're gonna make. Like, just imagine once you get your license here in Georgia. Like, just imagine. And he was like, he's like, you might, if you do a salary, you might get 60, 70,000. But as a, you know, self-employed right now, you could definitely make over. He was like, you really could make like 125, 150, maybe up to 170 if you really work it, if you really put in the work and structure your schedule and everything a certain way. I was like, you know what, you're right. So around that time, you know, it was time for me to respond to the realtor and everybody and let them know like what was going on, give them an update. And I let them know. I told them exactly what I just told you guys, laid it out. I was like, okay. So I told them, I said, I don't know, I'm kind of stuck. I said, I just found out all this information. I just need time to process it. So both the agent, the home consultant, and my realtor were like, oh, well, we're going to send this, what you just sent us, we're going to send that to our lenders and see what they have to say. And I was like, okay. You know, like, okay. You're like, okay. Okay, let me know. Sure. You know. And so, my realtor copied me in the email from the other lender, which he had told me to call, but they called me and I didn't get to follow back up with them because this other lender had called me and I talked to him and I still ain't heard back from him yet, not fully. So I was like, okay. So I called them, and because they emailed me back immediately. He was like, give us a call, you can call us, whatever. I said, okay. So I called him, and when I tell you we had the most amazing conversation, I gave him exactly what was going on, you know, about the income from 2017 when I first started my company and how I really didn't make any money that year. I literally just started my company. I tried the e-commerce stuff and it just didn't work out that well. So I was still working my full-time job, which didn't count toward my business income. So technically that's a whole year of income that's not really included in the 2 years that's required as a self-employed person. I've been open, my company's been running for 2 years, but I don't have income for 2 years, if that makes sense. And then technically, I only started back working contract work at the end of last year. Really great money during that period of time. even the lender was like, you make great income. She's like, you just don't have enough time in. Like, it's like, okay. The thing that saves me is the fact that I'm in my industry. I've been working in this industry for 10 years. So that's what saves me, and that's why they can't really say no, because it's not like I just started doing this work. I've been doing this for 10 years, 10 plus years. So they can see the longevity, and that my income has gone up every year that I've been in this field. So it's like, if they really track it like that, they can be like, oh yeah, you good. We're not worried about you like not having a job, because you can clearly get. Listen, last year I had like 3 different jobs, and every job paid more and more. You know what I mean? So yeah. So we talked, and I love the fact that he was able to, like, he was like, let me just figure out some, look at some numbers right now in my head real quick, whatever. And he's like, so there's this one program you could do this, and then there's this one other program where you can do this, and you just have 1 year. He's like, well, how much money did you make in 2018? I told him how much it was and all that. And then he was like, okay. And so he kept going through all these programs, and then he got to this one where he was like, well, if we don't use your banks, if we don't use your tax returns, we can use the bank statement program. He's like, so basically, we'll look at your bank statements over the last 12 months and calculate your income. He said the only downside to that is that you would have to pay 10. I think he said it's 10% of the purchase price if your credit score is 660 or greater. It's 15%, I think, if your credit score is at, and then your credit score only has to be 600. He was like, so if you're able to put down that big of a lump sum of money, we can just use your bank statements since it's only been 1 year. I was like, are you serious? Like, that's the one. That's the one I need. That's it. Listen, the house that I was going to build, as of like last week, it wasn't going to be done until June. That gives me half of March, April, May, June, July, and maybe August, right? So it's really like 5.5 months, because I don't technically have to be out and like moved into a home until be moved into a home until August. Like August, like even late August would be fine, because the only thing that's kind of driving my timeline is my lease is up in June, but I can do a $150 additional fee if I do month to month, and then I can do and then my children, they start school in August. But as long as they're in school within in August at some point, I can always say, we're in the process of moving, whatever. That's fine. So that gives me 5.5 months to save about $30,000 basically, but actually less than that, because I already have money saved up. So I'm gonna say $15,000. 5.5 months to save $15,000. Plus, if you guys support me, with my book sales and all that stuff, that'll bring in income too, because my book will drop in June, and I'll probably do pre-sales in May. So if you guys really support me, and if people support what I'm doing, the healing process and all that, everything that I'm focused on for this year, and I know God knows my heart, and He knows that I really am trying to help people, and then my success is really just a tribute to what can happen when you set your mind to something and you overcome so much stuff. And I know God is going to bless me. Like, the $30,000 is very possible. That number doesn't even scare me. My income is going up now. Like, that doesn't scare me at all. You know what I'm saying? 5.5 months to save $15,000 basically. He gave me what I needed. That's exactly what I needed. So right now, I just submitted the application. He's gonna look at my credit and all that kind of stuff. We already talked. I told him what my credit score was. We already talked about income, everything. He already knows this stuff. I just had to do a formal application online. Sent him my tax records, everything. He already saw what he's gonna look at that. The on-site sales agent was texting us. We're in the group text, myself and my realtor and her, and she said that basically as soon as she get a pre-approval letter from them, I can just bring her the money, the earnest money, and we can go into contract as early as this weekend. Y'all. So this means, guess what? One of the most important factors of this I get to stay a boss. I get to stay my own business owner. I don't have to go work for nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to regress back to working a job anymore. I can still stick to what my goal was, move forward with that, and still be able to get my home that I want so badly for myself and my children. It's still a reality. It's still possible, and I can still accomplish my goal to be a boss lady, to be my own boss, and not have to. God, I just don't even know. Listen, I'm just so amazed at God. Like, it just blows my mind. Like, at the end of the day, I may not get the pre-approval letter this weekend, because at the end of the day, it is Friday, and I don't know if they're going to be looking at application stuff this weekend. I don't know. But even if they don't send it this weekend, if they send it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever, it's very well possible that this next week I could be on the contract, and they could start building my house, and it could be done in July, August. And all I gotta do is send them that money, put that money down, you know, plus like closing costs. But I think actually I'll get some assistance with that, because the home builder contributes, I think, $5 to $7 grand in closing costs. So, but it will be the home that I showed you guys during my home tour on last Saturday. And actually, with building it from the ground up, because the other one was kind of already finished, almost finished, then I can really pick up my upgrades, like my floors. I can kind of design it like how I want it. Like, either way, even if I don't go on the contract, they still have other lots. Y'all, just the fact that I got an option as far as like a loan, so that I can still keep my self-employment status, still be my own business owner, and still get this home this year, and not have to wait till next year and wait till my tax returns come back and all that. And guess what? The other great thing about it is the $30,000, whatever that I pay into it, is automatically equity. That just adds to my net worth. Like, I can't even, like, there are no words right now. There just really aren't. I'm just so grateful. Like, God is so, he blows my mind every single day. This whole week, he is just really blowing my mind. I'm so excited to see what God does on the other side of this. Y'all don't even understand. And you know what? The crazy thing is that people don't even know my full story yet. When you really read my book and really find out my real story, you're gonna be like shouting and praising God with me, because you could be like, you've been through so much. Like, we want to cheer you on. How much is your book, sis? Because I mean, we want, you know what I mean? When is your next speaking engagement? Because we want you to pour into us, whatever you. Because listen, for you to have gone through all that and you to still be positive, focused, motivated, we want whatever it is that you're doing. We want that. Like, if you know, once you know my story, you're gonna be like, I can see why you are who you are and why you are doing what you're doing. And I give all the glory to God, absolutely. So I'm just excited to see what God does. I'm just excited to see what God does. I just want y'all to see how amazing God is. He is already amazing. Y'all know that. I want you to see how he shows up in this season through me, right? Like, I'm just a vessel. So I'll keep you guys updated. Pray for me. Oh my God, pray for me. So I will see you guys. Make sure you check out my Smart Money Saturday vlog tomorrow. And I'll update you guys and let you guys know how everything's going so far, if anything's updated since tonight or since in the morning. Alright guys, see you soon. Oh, keep your business, okay? It's worth it. Don't let nobody throw you off. Nobody. Stay focused. Keep building that brand. Keep building that empire. You're gonna have all these. Oh, let me just do this real quick. Guess what? So yesterday alone, I got like 3 interviews for a job. You see how the devil tried to sneak in? You already knew how I was kind of like on edge and needing that paper, that letter to show that I had stable employment or, you know, income. That would have fixed it all. I mean, they wanted me to come in and interview today. I got an interview that they want me to interview on Monday, and I just ignored all of them. I was like, nah, I can't. This ain't it. So all of that. But anyway, stay focused, y'all. I'll see you soon.